Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Am I introducing it?
Yeah.
How drunk are you? You sound pretty drunk.
Yeah, Digi made me chug a lot of booze.
Did you lose?
Yeah.
I fucking... Retarded social media argument is my favorite podcast right now. It's fucking great, and I love it.
I like it when I don't gotta do it.
Yeah, well... Look, by the way, whoever came up with the name for slow motion suicide deserves a reward. That's fucking hysterical.
Of course it was Digi. Of course it was Digi.
Well, that makes me laugh every time I hear it. Yeah. So... Okay. Mumkey's too drunk to do the intro this time, so I'm doing it. Hi, everyone. My name's Sai, and this is...
Open Gangnam Style. Open Gangnam Style.
I think
that song is actually it's an attack on the wealthy people of South Korea, and he's making, because they refer to themselves as like the Gangnam neighborhood, so he's like mocking them.
Yes.
And how I guess you wrote it, so you would know.
Yes, of course I did. I wrote it. I know all the history behind it. Yes. So yeah, I've heard that before though. Because
is this episode Psy gets Mumkey into Gangnam Style?
Yes, it is.
Oh shit.
No, unfortunately not. It seems you're already pretty well into Gangnam Style, considering how you reference it in like every fucking video description of this fucking podcast so far.
Now, Psy.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you want to talk about this, but a little birdie told me somebody got laid, and I need to hear the details.
Okay. Yes, I got laid.
Oh, buddy! Mm-hmm. Everybody at home, post clap in the comments, baby. Our buddy Sai got his dick wet for the first time, baby.
Indeed, virginity gone, and it's all thanks to that fucking fedora picture on Twitter. It did it for me.
Are you kidding or what?
I'm kidding. Yes.
Oh, God damn it! I don't know if you've noticed, Sai, but that fedora picture is now the profile picture for this YouTube account.
Yes. Wait, the profile picture?
Yeah.
Or just in the banner?
That's both.
Seriously? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking this shit up right now. I do not believe I do not believe you.
It's true.
Holy shit, it is! Holy shit!
A lot of people said they're gonna unsub because they're tired of seeing your face.
Holy shit, I love that so much.
It lets everybody know this is the designated shitpost channel.
That is amazing. I can think of no better profile picture for a shitpost channel.
So what's the deal, Sai? You met this bitch through YouTube or what?
She was a fan. So, sort of.
Does she listen to this show?
I occasionally...
Let's hope not.
Okay, well, sort of. I occasionally force her to, and although she
While you
would
guys
not...
have sex?
Well, she would not, under any circumstances, listen to the last one about gender bending. She was like, nope, not doing that fucking shit, nope.
She didn't want to hear about how you have like a rape fetish? I can't believe a girl wouldn't want to hear that about her boyfriend.
I know, it's fucking insane. I don't get it.
That's weird.
Anyways, so yes, we do listen to it while fucking. This podcast is wonderful fucking material. For all you virgins out there looking to get laid, I highly recommend playing this podcast over your first time. It will make things go smoothly as hell.
I don't know if you're joking because, Digibro said when he had sex, she made him listen to his podcast. So I don't know if you're telling the truth or not.
Seriously? First of all, I'm not telling the truth. Second of all, did that really happen?
Of course, she was obsessed with him.
Well, I remember him talking about how she was like in the middle of sex, she was like, "Oh, explain fucking what the fuck did she ask him to explain?"
Ludonarrative narrative.
Yeah, ludonarrative dissonance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the middle of sex, she was like, "Explain ludonarrative dissonance to me," just so she could hear him fucking talk. But I did not know that she asked him to play a podcast while they were. That's getting into weird territory.
Well, hey, since this podcast is PCP Light, it's like the Junior Avengers, and we did a PCP episode of how I lost my virginity. We need to hear Junior Avengers Sai tell us how he lost his.
Fair enough. So met this girl online. She's pretty cute. I don't know if she wants me to reveal her actual name. I'll play it safe and go probably not. So I met this girl online. We'll call her Deer for the time being. Because
you just call her what her fucking Twitter account is. You tweeted it.
Well, whatever. Well, her name on Discord for a while was something deer, like sexy deer or something like that. So I'll just call her Deer, because I think it's funny that both of us have fucking girlfriends named after animals. It's like a fucking barnyard in here. Am I right?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you mean me? You and me?
Yes.
I thought you meant you and her both had a girlfriend.
No.
named after an
No.
animal.
You and me. You have
that didn't
you have
make any
sheep and
sense.
I have deer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
I
didn't
think
make any
that's funny.
sense.
So, whatever. Anyways, so
Okay.
met Deer online. She actually contacted me. We talked over Facebook for a while. I was, I was in the marketplace for, someone to fuck, basically. So I was like, hey, why don't you come fly over to Texas?
Shit.
Yeah, we'll drive to my parents' lake house, because my stepfather is absurdly wealthy. So we'll drive over to his lake house, spend, like a fucking week there, and we'll fucking do it, and we'll have some fucking fun.
Is that what happened? I thought you went to Alabama.
No. I didn't go to Alabama. She's from Alabama. She came here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Your tweet was confusing.
Was it?
I thought your tweet said that you went to Alabama and then there's some fucking cute chick in a boat.
I don't think I mentioned Alabama. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Then how did I say Alabama? How did I just come up with that off the top of my head?
That's a good question. I have no clue.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah,
There's a glitch in the Matrix. How did I know?
Yeah, I have. Maybe I did. I mention it in that driving blog.
I have no idea, dude.
Maybe I don't fucking know. Whatever. Yeah, she is from Alabama and she flew down here to come meet with me.
That's weird.
Yeah. So whatever. So she flew down here. I picked her up at the Austin airport, and then we drove to my
the Austin airport.
Yes. Are you about to make the joke I think you're about to make?
No.
Oh. Okay. Oh, fuck.
Kasai's name is Austin.
Yes. That was at least a decently clever subversion of that fucking joke. You would not believe, Mumkey, how many fucking people in my life have come up to me and gone, hey, Austin lives in Austin. This is a completely original joke that I'm willing to bet he has never heard before. And after I say it, I'm going to look at him expectantly, like he's going to think it's the funniest and most clever goddamn thing in the history of the universe. Wait, why isn't he laughing? God fucking
I'm
damn
guilty
it.
of that same thing because I was just at Digi's house a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I met Victor's girlfriend, and her name is Hope, I think.
Yeah.
And I kept making jokes like, I hope you have a safe drive home.
I hope Victor's getting laid.
It's not funny because it's an obvious pun. It's funny because I know she's heard it before and it's annoying to her.
Yeah,
which
fair
I think
point.
is why it's funny to like make Austin jokes to you. It's funny for us, not for you. I don't care if you think it's funny.
Well, okay, you're at least adding a layer onto that. Like you're the comedy there is coming from my annoyance, not from the supposed funniness of the joke itself. Whereas most people think the funniness of the joke itself is enough to carry it, which it's fucking not after the 1000th time. So, yeah, I picked her up at the Austin airport.
So how was the sex itself? That's what I need to hear. I need to hear explicit details so that nobody ever clicks on one of these episodes ever again.
Again, I think I might get in trouble for talking about that.
You know what? It's fine. She's not going to care.
Well, I mean, this podcast is going to be... We're still doing the mind control thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so... But, I mean, she didn't watch the last one about gender bending, so odds are she probably won't watch this one either. And this is the point where she actually is watching, and she's going to fucking hate me after this.
What? It's not like you're going to say she was bad in bed. I'm sure she was better than you.
Yes. Well, a fucking...
That's a weird sound to make in response.
Yeah, okay, well, fucking
sounds
Plank.
like she wasn't that good.
Fucking Plank from Ed, Edd and Eddy was fucking... would be fucking better in bed than I was. At least fucking Plank could probably get a girl off.
Fuck. Okay.
Well, we were both virgins, so...
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had sex with a virgin. It's probably for the best.
Yeah. We had substantial difficulties first time just because of that. And also...
That's fair.
Yeah, and also because she still had her hymen. So...
That's a myth. That's a myth. Bullshit.
Yeah. No, it's not a myth.
What do you mean by that? She still had her hymen. How did that prevent you from having sex immediately? What do you mean?
Like, every time I tried to put it in, she would, like, scream in pain, and I had to stop, and, like, then it would be like, oh, we can't do it now, right? So we had to wait a while and then try again.
Well, I don't think it was her hymen. That's made up.
What's made up?
There's not like an actual thing inside them that like breaks. I don't like that's
that's
a myth,
that's not
right?
a myth, Mumkey. You're a fucking
no
idiot.
Way.
That's
no way. Bullshit.
Would you like fucking Google it, you goddamn idiot?
You know what? Sorry, I'm gonna go get Sheep over. She's gonna reveal this shit.
Okay. Yes, please.
1 second. Yo, Sheep, come here.
Okay. So, funny story, I was just watching Mumkey's Nuzlocke episode 34 before this started, and he did the exact same thing. He walked
here's
out.
A headphone, Sheep over.
He walked out, opened the door, and called for Sheep over.
Okay, Sai, can you hear us?
Yes.
Hello?
So me and Sai are talking about how he just lost his virginity, and she was also a virgin. And he is claiming that it was difficult at first because of her hymen. Now, no, don't nod your head, because no, there's no way. Because
Yes!
breaking
Mumkey's a
the
fucking
hymen.
idiot.
No, because breaking the hymen is a straight up myth, right? That's not a real thing, right?
What do you mean?
There's not like an actual thing inside a girl that has to get broken by your dick.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
About?
What are you talking
There's
about?
a flap of skin.
No, there's not.
Google hymen right now.
It's
That's what I
fucking
said.
Go in your
myth.
browser and Google hymen
Sheep
right
is
now.
It's
great.
a-
Sheep is great.
It's a myth that has been perpetuated.
Why do you think that's a myth? That's not a myth.
Because
not a
I read
myth.
it was a myth.
That's a real thing.
Sheep, can you hear me?
Image. Yeah, I can hear you say.
Yes, you're fucking. Yes, thank you so much.
Look, that's
you
it.
said all the
Look,
same
that's
things
it.
to Mumkey that I just
That's
did.
it. That's what it looks like.
And don't most of them break way before they have sex? Though, like by riding a horse or
No,
sticking a dildo up your badge.
Sometimes they'll break from like tampons and stuff. But
Yeah. So
a lot of the times when you do it for the first time, you'll get like blood all over the sheets because of that breaking.
so that right there is what stopped Sai's massive dick from entering that bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck off. This is bullshit.
All right.
I don't believe this shit. Get out of my room.
Bye.
Fuck you, Sai.
Thank you,
This
Sheep
is
over.
good.
You're the best.
Fuck off. God damn it. Okay, Sai, what are you getting me into this week?
Okay, so this week I'm getting you into mind control.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you know about mind control?
Well, last week you said it's like raping somebody, I guess.
Yes. And
Okay.
someone in the comments section actually had the best explanation. He was actually quoting Devu, which I had not heard Devu say this, but it's totally right. And he said that mind control is all the non-consensuality of rape, but none of the screaming, which is a perfect description of why I like it so much.
That's horrifying.
Yes, it is, but sexy as hell.
No.
Yes.
Is there anything more sexy than consent?
Yes, several things, as a matter of
Like
fact.
a woman who actually wants you? Like, oh man, that's pretty great.
Well, I think it's a lot more fun.
It's a weird sound to make in response to that.
Okay.
Did you rape this girlfriend of yours? Why are you laughing?
Maybe. Who knows? You're not
No.
gonna find out.
I don't like this.
That's the secret. Shh. So,
Okay, what happened? What's the deal?
Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is that there is a good and a bad kind of mind control. And unfortunately, the bad kind of mind control is what you see most often in shit, and that pisses me off. So, the good...
Like, what are some examples?
Okay, so the bad kind of mind control is exactly what you're probably thinking of right now, which is where the fucking person who's hypnotized goes, "Yes, master, I obey." That's fucking boring. You might as well just be fucking,
So, like Nurse Joy in Pokemon the first movie when she was brainwashed by Mewtwo.
Yes, and she had no will of her own at that point.
Right.
That's the bad kind of mind control. That's the non-sexy kind. That you might as well just be fucking a fucking, what's it called? Fleshlight. So,
Sure.
yeah, there's no real fun in that. Especially if they fucking lose their memories afterwards. Like, what the fuck? So, the good kind of mind control, then, is sadly much, much rarer, is where they still do the whole "yes, master, I obey" shit, but the focus is less on that and more on, like, their consciousness still alive inside their mind and, like, recognizing what's going on and, like, going, "No, what the fuck? No, stop, no!" That's the fucking sexy kind of mind control.
Uh, okay. Why?
Again,
Why? What's the appeal?
Well-
What's the appeal of somebody being helpless as you force yourself upon them?
well, it's it's the changing dynamic. It's the loss of power and the gaining of power for different parties that I really like. Like the feeling of absolute control over them, but also and that's reinforced by their inner monologue and how helpless they feel at that point.
Okay. What are some examples in the media that you can reference?
Okay, well, in my opinion, the best doujin that's ever been made, that at least that I have found, is called Emoto.
What does doujin mean?
Oh, doujin is like a hentai manga. So an anime book that's porn also.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the best doujin that although doujins are usually created by like fan artists and whatnot, so but whatever. So the best doujin that I've ever read is called Emoto Exchange. So that's IMOUTO Exchange. And there's an English version online. You can Google it. It's fucking great. So the reason this is great is because it combines gender bending, lolis, and mind control all into one. There's never been, and it's the good kind of mind control too. So there has never been a single doujin more aimed at me than this one ever. So
it's like just raping a 6-year-old girl then? Is that the idea?
Okay, well, the setup of the doujin, the first page is like the main character won a fucking like magic pearl in a fucking like eBay auction or some shit, which can grant one wish to whoever wants it. So he wishes that he could like sexually abuse any girl he wanted to. And
he just so happens to want to fuck 6-year-olds.
Well, no. What happens is it does like a genie's wish type thing, and the pearl turns him into a girl. So,
What?
Well, the idea being that he could then go into like women's locker rooms or whatever, and then fucking grope them with like, oh, the fucking like Tomoko thing from SNL, like, oh, we're all girls here. Ah, ha, ha, ha. So that's the idea. And after that, so his one wish is gone. So he's like, fuck. So then his brother walks in the room, and they get into a fight, and the sister now hands the brother the pearl, and he's like, man, I wish you were a cute little sister who'd do whatever, who would listen to me. So then reality gets changed, and now basically the brother / sister now has to obey everything the brother says, and the brother starts raping her. So it's hot as fucking hell, because you can hear the brothers the brother turned sister's inner monologue the entire time. It's so fucking great.
Okay, so this show is gender swap, body swap. It's mind control. It's lolis, and it's incest.
Yes, the incest isn't a huge deal for me. I'm not hugely into incest, honestly.
Is that because you actually have a sister in real life?
I have like 5 sisters in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've found that people who actually have siblings usually aren't as into incest
as
those who are only children.
My sisters fucking suck.
All 5 of them suck?
Yes.
Sounds like a reason to date them.
No, not at all. No. I mean, one of them...
not that kind of suck.
One of them's a fucking druggie, so whatever.
How old are your sisters, Si? Maybe I need to talk to one of them.
Yeah, because they would love to talk to you.
If they're anything like you, then I need to get...
They're nothing like
into
me.
This. Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, they could not be more polar up. Well, I mean, like, I only have one actual sister. I have 4 stepsisters.
Oh, well, fuck off.
Yeah, so... which is funny, because that's like the exact position so many anime protagonists are in.
Yeah, like Snow White.
Sure, no, not at all.
I meant Cinderella.
Cinderella? Oh, yes, sort of.
She has those evil stepsisters who she wanted to have incest with. That was the plot of that.
I was referring more to like the incest anime that don't really want to go all the way with it. So they get around it by saying, oh, she's my stepsister. We're not related by blood or whatever the hell.
What do you think about half sisters who they share one parent but the other one isn't? Would you still fuck them?
Probably not. I mean,
probably?
No, probably not. I've grown up around, fucking 5 sisters. I live in the estrogen ocean, and I can confirm that they all suck. I have no interest in any of them.
I think a lot of guys who grow up with only sisters become gay, not because they get the female influence, but because they're exposed to what women are like, and they're like, nah, I don't think I want that.
Yeah, that would explain why I'm gay. It makes a lot of sense suddenly. Which leads me, funnily enough, back into a moto exchange. It's a very nice segue. Thank you. Well, going back to what we were talking about previously, the incest angle doesn't really do anything for me. I think it would be just as sexy were it like a friend who gets transformed, or a random person off the street, but whatever. So the reason I like the manga is because I can project myself onto either the brother who gets transformed or the brother who has the mind control powers now, and it's sexy both ways, basically. So I fucking love that shit. Emoto Exchange is great. Totally recommend reading it. 10 out of 10 hentai. Or dojin, whatever.
So, okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So the whole point of this show is you got to try to get me into it. So try to appeal to me. Let's say I don't have rape fantasies. How do I get into the concept of mind control?
Well, you don't.
Well,
it's pretty much as simple as that. I mean,
it's a pretty short episode.
Yeah, well, mind control is just like... mind control is basically just magical rape, right? So if you're not already at least sort of kind of into rape, you're not really going to enjoy mind control.
So if you're into it, why not just drop the magical element and just go rape somebody?
Because like Devu said, it's all the non-consensuality of rape, but with none of the screaming.
Well, you could just like fucking stick a sock in their mouth.
Well, yeah, but I mean, personally, I just really like fantasy shit. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like I was talking with, this ties back into our conversation earlier. It all loops back around in one big circle. I was talking with my girlfriend about like different sex stuff we could try. No.
Okay, time out. I need to hear about all of this. Please continue.
Okay, yes. Talking about all the different sex stuff we could try. And she was like, well, what would get you off? And I was like, well, it's the eternal fucking paradox of being me, is that all the shit I'm into I can't actually do in real life.
Well, you guys could pretend. She could pretend that you're brainwashing her.
Yeah, but there's a cringy element in that I'm not a huge fan of.
It's not cringy if you're both into it and it makes you come. It's not cringy. Who cares?
That's a fair point, I guess.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, well, mind control is the one thing we could sort of pretend on, but I mean, fucking, gender bender, lowly, can't do any of that shit.
Well, of course you can. You can, dude. She could just.
I could get a dick operation, and then I could go rape like a 5-year-old. It'll be great.
All she has to do is say, "What are we going to do on the bed?" And then there you go. You got pump. Just have her say pump, and there you go. Your lowly fantasies are fulfilled, my brother.
Well, thank you for the advice. I'll be sure to relay that and see what she thinks.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to tweet this episode to her.
Oh, wonderful. Just great. Can't wait. Fuck, I'm so in trouble.
No, what were the other sexual fantasies you and your girlfriend talked about?
I'm sort of into like animal play. I think that's kind of cute.
Which animal do you want her to be? A deer?
Well, no. This again, like, on the fucking like color gradient of my fetishes, this sort of animal play sort of ties back into mind control, because I like fucking dog is the obvious one, right? So
what?
Yeah, a dog.
How's that? Wait, that's the obvious one? Why is it obvious?
Yeah, wearing a collar, follows all your commands.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So
I guess dogs also don't scream while you have sex with them.
Exactly. If anything, they're really happy about everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Until they get their fucking red rocket knot stuck up your asshole.
Well, okay. We're not simulating that part of the hypothetical sexual encounter.
What about pegging? Did you talk to her about pegging, wanting to get fucked up the ass?
Yes, actually. We didn't actually do any of that. Unfortunately.
Really? Is this a joke?
No, I'm serious.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, didn't actually get around to any of that. Mostly it was pretty vanilla stuff. We were just trying to figure out what the fuck we were doing most of the time.
Sure. Yeah, you save that rocky road for next time.
Exactly.
Can get to that sherbert shit going.
What?
What about diapers? You wanna wear a diaper? You wanna make her wear a diaper?
No.
What if you could mind control her? Would you make her put on a diaper?
No.
Okay.
That's all you, dude. That's weird as fuck.
I vaguely
that's coming from
remember.
me.
I vaguely remember Devu saying something like that in the Virginity podcast.
Fucking me and Devu, despite him obviously understanding what's good about mind control, we do not share the exact same fantasies.
Okay. So let's get a consensus on mind control then. Are there any other animes or doujins you would recommend that play this out, and if so, how do they play it out in a way that interests you?
There are a couple, and I can actually look them up because I have them bookmarked. Pet Life After Fusion is pretty cute. Although there's not actually an English translation of that, which sucks, but you can pick up the gist just from the images.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
We all speak Japanese.
Well, you can look at the images and figure out what's going on, and it's still pretty sexy. Basically, this is mind control plus pet play, so with a bit of magic on top. So the idea of the doujin is that a girl gets put into like one of those Jeff Goldblum and the Fly transporters and gets genetically crossed with a dog, and after that has to obey all the master's commands.
Wait, so are they having sex with a human in a dog body or a dog in a human body?
No, it's like Jeff Goldblum and the Fly. They're sort of combined. So it's like an anime girl with like dog ears and a dog tail.
So like in Full Metal Alchemist when that Tucker mixes his daughter with his dog.
Yes, exactly that.
You want to have sex with that?
Yes, I want to have sex with Nina. Isn't her name Nina?
Yeah, it's Nina, and the dog's name is like...
whatever, who gives a
Einstein
shit?
Or some shit.
Yeah, who gives a shit? There's also I Met a Doll, which is pretty nice. Basically, a guy's mind gets put into like a maid robot in order to like show off the tech, even though the tech isn't quite ready yet. So, and then ends up having to follow the 3 laws of robotics, which is always obey humans and whatnot. So there's mind control in that, which is the good kind. There's this.
What are some bad examples? What are some animes that do it wrong that you don't like?
99% of all mind control shit ever.
So it's like the biggest mistake that, like, if I'm going to go write a mind control anime doujin, what do I have to avoid?
You have to avoid, like, you want to have as much of the, like, personally, you know, some people are like, oh, you know, just skip straight to the sex and that's sexy. Personally, I really like the setup stuff, right? To the point where I even find setup to be sexier than the actual sex in most stuff.
When you watch a normal porno, you want to know what pizza she's ordering.
Exactly.
The pizza boy shows up.
I love mine. Well, now.
You have to know that it's going to be an extra large sausage.
Now. Okay, so, like, I'll give you an example of, like, how, for example, Emoto Exchange, which is the doujin I talked about earlier, my favorite one, could have been improved. So at the end, at sort of the midway point of the manga, the sister and brother finish the sex scene or whatever. And then there's a time skip like 3 months later. And it's like, yes, he now completely controls every action. My mind is like regressed into my body. And I've now become like completely little sister. Personally, I would have loved to see like, you know, the shit that happened in between that and then. I think that would have been really sexy. Like, for example, like the brother, like, giving the various orders that he's then forced to follow that eventually leads to that happening, I think would be really sexy. Like, okay, order, you can now only call me Oni-chan, or order, you can only, like, you know, you can only wear sexy clothes from now on, and then, you know, watching him react to that. I think that would be really interesting. Unfortunately, it just sort of skips past all that. So more setup, I think, is what a lot of mind control shit needs. And also just, you know, make it so that we can hear the inner monologue, have a focus on that, because that's the fun part. Just, you know.
You want to hear the victim cry in fear and pain.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. That's fair. Makes sense.
Exactly.
All right, so I think, you know, if that's how we're going to conclude it, I'll have to say, you know, somehow you put up a fair fight, but somehow you didn't get me into mind control. I don't know what happened.
Darn, I hope I've at least convinced an audience member or two about the virtues of it.
I guarantee somebody's going to go look up that show you recommended, the Emoto Exchange.
Yes, it's fucking great. Also, before we end off, I want to continue the segment from episode 2 that I forgot to do in episode 3. So, have you either gotten into gender bending in the past week or played Portal 2?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually started Portal 2 last night.
Really? What'd you think of it?
I'm now on, I think are they called chapters or levels? I'm on like chapter 2.
Yeah, chapter 2. So, that's after GLaDOS has woken up, right?
Yeah, yeah, and she throws me down this deep pit.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, it's the type of puzzle game that I've never played before, and I really like how it makes my brain work. It's a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, now you're thinking with portals.
Yeah, it's like a fun chore, and it's cool to put two portals right next to each other, so then you're like looking at yourself. It's crazy.
Yeah, have you put a portal on the ceiling and on the floor and fallen infinitely yet?
I haven't had the opportunity, but damn it, I'm trying.
Oh yeah, that's always fun. So,
I'm definitely gonna probably finish that game by the end of the week. I'm having a blast so far.
Awesome. Well, on the next podcast, we'll return to this, and I'll get your final opinions on it then, if you finished it by then.
Yeah. I'll probably have it finished. And I'm glad I didn't do a Let's Play, because I have a feeling it's one of those games where nobody needs to watch me play it.
Yes. Okay, if I ever recommend you something, don't fucking Let's Play it, because odds are, because I like writing a lot, so odds are, like, the reason I like it is probably because of the writing. So, and you don't experience writing the same way when you're doing a Let's Play, as discussed on the Undertale podcast. So
yeah, because if people have played the game before, they don't need to watch the story again.
Exactly.
And if they know how the puzzles are solved, they're only going to get mad watching me try to figure it out. So there's no point in doing it.
Yeah, a fair point. So yeah, do not fucking Let's Play Portal. That's an awful idea.
No. Sai, what are you going to try to get me into next week?
I've got no fucking clue.
Some people wanted me to try to get you into It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so maybe we'll flip the script and I'll try to get you into something.
Oh shit, that sounds like a good plan.
Alrighty, well, I guess I'll see you next time, Sai. It's been fun. I like hearing about you sticking your dick in some girl.
Indeed. I like doing it.
Oppa Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.